All right, so I'm finally in the shop. We have a Volkswagen left over from yesterday. Jude's here. We have an exhaust check. We have an oil change. We have an oil change with brakes. We have a front end inspection. We have a check engine light from a used car dealer. I didn't get to the conclusion on a Nissan Murano, but I will. Someone also advised, can I shim the motor up? I possibly can. I don't know if I want to do that or not. But I will talk to the used car dealer after I figure out 100% if that's the wrong rack. Quality repair right there. It's got the wrong size flex.
Yeah.
So it needs the proper flex plate. It needs the motor mounts fixed.
It's leaking over here too.
Yeah. This is what you get at the cheap guy, everyone.
I'm shocked they actually put.
And then hold on. And then let's pump a flange full of copper RTV because the flange decayed and they're not either not bright enough to do it the right way, right? Because what I would have did is, like, if you can't afford the rest of this, cut this out and then eliminate this shit. So you're doing the customer a solid. You doing this, you're doing them a solid. This is the next failure point, and you can see that it's leaking from here already. Leaking from here from crappy work. The hanger is all the way back, pinned against the rubber, and that's not supposed to be that way. So the exhaust system's supposed to have some flex in it, let alone the motor mounts are shot. Sway bar links are rattling. Front tires about had it. So anyway, watch Eric O's video last night. So many people call us a hack, dude. We're just good mechanics, and Eric O is a good mechanic. He was working on some POS, and he kind of said the same thing I do. The customers never tell you the whole story and the truth, and it makes our job even more difficult. And he was working on a Ford that had an alternator installed and a bunch of fuses on the floor, and wire harnesses were exposed. The car was in shambles and pieces, and parts of the interior were falling out. Typically, he said he would just walk away from this job, but you know, obviously he's there to make money. I'm sure he's getting paid diag time, right? But if they would have just said, hey, I put an alternator in, the dashboard's out, I've been popping fuses in and out, blah, 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 then he could pinpoint his diagnostic time to start at the fuse box, right? Because they already know the fuses are blowing, so he can isolate the circuit. But just like he said, customers want to play games because they think that the less that they tell you is the less it's going to cost. It doesn't matter what you tell you. A skilled guy like myself and Eric O are going to find everything wrong with your car because that's how skillful we are. Regardless if you tell us or not, like this guy. I just need exhaust, tire lights on, bad tires, shitty work done at another shop, crappy work, doesn't know what they're doing. Another problem here. This should have been all taken care of at one shot. Motor mounts are bad. Skilled guys like myself could just look at a car and see the problems. Grab a sway bar link, yep, it's got front end problems. Is that his only front end problem? No. This vehicle, I know it in and out. The lower control arm brackets here are probably shot also. This motor mount's broke because they all are, and then that ruins the trans mount on this side. That's the difference between this guy, and this guy. I know what I'm doing. Like, excuse me, Eric O. He said if the customer would have just told me the scenario, his brain would have been like, tick. As soon as he got to the fuse box and seen the circuit, he's like, oh, I've been down this path already. I could streamline this because I've been down this road before, and it was the shifter harness and the column was bad.
It's easier to tell them all your issues.
Just tell us everything. Stop lying. Stop saying you did this, that, you did this. Just tell us the whole story and nothing but, tell us the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God. But like Eric O said, that they're afraid the more they tell you, the more it's going to cost them. It doesn't change the outcome. We're going to find it all anyway.
Well, that also saves you money.
And then also it could save you money. Like, he could just skip all the bullshit that's wrong with your car because it's a pile of crap and say, hey dude, like, you have a bare wire harness from the floor pan to the door jamb. It's all exposed. You're stepping on it every day and getting in and out of it and water and moisture. How about I loom that? He wasn't even wasting his time. Like, he went to the point where he wasn't wasting his time to enough that he found the wire chafe, that he just went in there and insulated the wire chafe knowing that the shifter and the handle was already missing a piece. Now me, I'd have been like, you're getting a new shifter. I already took everything apart to diagnose it. You're getting a new shifter handle with the overdrive switch, and I'm going to fix it right. And this is where you say that I'm a hack. Well, he was doing hackful work too, but in his mind it was probably justified because he already knew where he was going with the vehicle. Sometimes we have to make those decisions on the fly, but for me, I lay it out. I'm like, hey Rachel, and I found this short. It needs a shifter. The shifter knob's already broke. This is the right repair. And then insulate that harness better than they did from OEM. So I'm not saying anything bad about the dude. He is a phenomenal mechanic. You guys call us hacks. We're geniuses. Thanks for watching.